Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III in our roleplay series as the Dokeianos Dynasty. So sorry there wasn't a video yesterday. We're dealing with a whole bunch of issues with our house right now, guys. We're having some maintenance issues, which is pretty common for this house. As you've been on the channel know, it's a very, very old house and shit breaks regularly, all the time. And it's typically the same thing. We have a lot of plumbing issues and our heat, it breaks every year, multiple times typically. And it might be cheaper in the long run to maybe buy a new one, but man, it's so expensive, man. It's like extremely expensive, and I just don't have the money for that. So we just have to repair it every time. So right now, our kitchen sink doesn't work, which, you know, is inconvenient. But the main issue is that our heat is completely broken. It's not working at all. And it is very, very cold in Colorado right now. And this weekend, we're looking at the low of -3 degrees. And going into that without heat is just a bit much. I think the coldest it's been recently is 16, 17 degrees, and it's really bad in this house. It's freezing. So, I mean, you got to be like fully suited up just during the day. So we've got to get it fixed. So we were able to get them to come by yesterday, but then we needed parts. So they're here today as well. They're going to be coming here in about an hour. I think I've got just an hour before. It's, you know, they always have it in between this time and that time, so it's like a 2-hour time period. So I have like an hour until you know, the earliest they can be here. So hopefully they don't come right at that time. Usually they don't. Usually it takes them a little while. Sometimes it's towards the back end of that time period. But yeah, I have them coming today to finally fix it, hopefully. So, and it's really expensive and it just sucks, man. But we had to get it fixed. It was so cold yesterday, and it was just ridiculous, man. You know, we got kids, so, you know, we don't really want them freezing to death in this house. It's really, really cold, guys. So we got to get it fixed, and also trying to get my sink fixed today too. The plumber comes right after the heat guy. He's got a 2-hour interval right after that one. So we were really, really busy today, and we were really busy yesterday as well, just trying to deal with all this. It's just a pain in the butt, guys. So hopefully everything goes well with those 2 repairs, but that's the reason why we didn't have a video yesterday. So let's go and get started in today's episode. We're going to be opening up with arranging a plot that we talked about last episode, perhaps doing, as well as arranging some marriages. So let's go and start with the plot, which is, of course, with our son's heir, so our granddaughter, her husband here. We're going to try and assassinate him. I did ask you guys how you felt about this. And a few people spoke out and said they thought it was a good idea to do it, and it fits with what we've been doing. We've been assassinating all kinds of characters, and this is kind of important, guys, because this is not a matrilineal marriage, which I assume the reason why he didn't arrange a matrilineal marriage is because he didn't have any titles at the time, so he wasn't worried about, you know, losing titles because he didn't have any. So I'm guessing that's what happened here. Although I still don't know why he did such a terrible pick, because this is just, there's nothing here, no traits, no titles, no alliances. There's no point to this marriage. But the problem here is that we're going to essentially lose the imperial title the moment we gain it. We'll become an emperor, or in this case an empress, for the first time as our granddaughter. And then because they don't have matrilineal marriage, their kids will not be of our dynasty. And so we'd lose the imperial title immediately. So that's a problem. It's kind of a big deal. We kind of have to do it. Now, there are other things we can do if we have high enough crown authority. You know, when this guy dies, which we could always arrange that. When this character dies, her husband, then she could get married again and maybe, perhaps, have more kids. And then, you know, if she can have a son, we could, with our crown authority high enough, we could make him the heir. That's a lot of what ifs, though, and just kind of riding on our entire, you know, situation here, riding on everything working out all right. So we're going to go and try and assassinate him. And the first thing we should do in that regards is switch our spy master over to support and schemes, try and get that number up there. And we might want to go ahead and try and get ourselves some agents. And it looks like we've got a very good agent here. In the form of the spy master. So let's go ahead and bribe her, 75 gold. And that should tick that up pretty high, hopefully. While we're dealing with our council, I also want to go ahead and start fabricating a claim here, so we can continue pushing into southern Italy. We'll look at this in a minute, who we're going to be fighting over there. Let's go and start arranging these marriages that I want to do. One thing that I had several people post about that were concerned about was our brother, that he has a daughter, no sons, a bunch of daughters, and a daughter as an heir. So a lot of people were concerned that we were going to to lose all these titles, but that's not the case, guys. You don't need to be concerned because he did arrange matrilineal marriages. And they already have kids and everything, so there's really nothing to be done here. So I'm not sure if you guys just didn't see that he was, or that she was already married. But yeah, there's really nothing to be done with this character or his daughters, because all his daughters are currently married. They're all, at least of age here. So yeah, there's really nothing to be done there. Could arrange marriages, maybe for his grandchildren, I suppose. But yeah, I don't think that's necessary. I don't even know if we could arrange marriages for his children anyway, for his grandkids. So don't need to worry about that. But I did want to arrange the marriage for some of our grandchildren over here. Now, Jerusalem is my first target. You'll notice that is the only thing that is keeping our lands from being connected here. So I think it'd be really good to maybe get them into the empire, although that's going to be a little bit easier said than done, because while he is our religion, he might not be willing to accept, and this is of course once we become the empress, he might not be willing to accept a vassalization offer. Might actually have to fight him or something, I don't know. But so what I want to do here is I want to arrange a marriage for his second son. His first son's already betrothed, and of course he wanted to agree to a matrilineal marriage for his eldest son. Now with his second son, he's also not willing to agree to this marriage. Say we were to do it with her. He's at plus 56, but when we do matrilineal, it's -4. But we could easily change that, guys, by just swaying him. We're not even swaying anybody right now. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and arrange to sway him. It's 62% chance of success. So we'll go ahead and sway him, and then we'll try and arrange a marriage for his second son, and then we'll have to try and remove his eldest son. And then we have the same situation here in Syria. Now, his eldest son isn't actually not married yet. It doesn't have betrothal, but he's a horrible character. He's gluttonous and craven, and the main point here is that he wouldn't arrange a matrilineal marriage. It's not possible. So like if we were to grab somebody his age here, like Constance, he would not be willing to do it, of course, because that is his heir. So we'll have to do the same tactic over here in Syria and arrange a marriage for the second son. However, what's interesting here is that he is actually willing to accept a matrilineal marriage, just barely, but he is willing to accept it. So let's go and send that off. And so we'll have that one marriage done. And I think that's everything we had to do. It was a lot, but I think we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and let it play. And of course, he did agree to that. Excellent. And the Spy Master did join our efforts to assassinate him, which now puts it at 95% chance of success. All right, awesome. So I'm going to let it play. And hopefully that doesn't get discovered, because I think it's a pretty important assassination there, guys. So here in Corinth, we're going to go ahead and, we're not going to upgrade that. Let's get something else. So between these two, I want to get some bonuses for our troops. So between these two, which one should we do? Do we need more bonuses to archers or more bonuses to the heavy infantry? I suppose that one gives bonuses to both heavy infantry and the spearmen, so it gives to 2 bonuses. I don't think we even have any skirmishers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we don't even have any skirmishers, so that'd probably be the best one to get. But I think we've already used that logic before. Yeah, because here we have both. Plus we have the one for the cav. Let me just take a look at some of these other areas. Heavy infantry, archers, so we have both there as well. But then here, yeah, we have just the heavy infantry and spearmen. Alright, well I think because... Yeah, I think that's probably better since we're not using skirmishers. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that here as well. We'll get the barracks. It gives more levies too. Now the alternative, because this is what this one grants here with the build and construction time, all good stuff. But the alternative here, and I don't know if we're going to be able to look at that actually without canceling it. Alright, so never mind. I guess we could look at it over here. And don't know what that's about. We'll have to take a look here. Yeah, the alternative would be this one, which grants us this here. It does give that light cav bonus there, so I guess there's that. And I guess it gives some toughness here for all your troops, but that is much later. You got to get all the way to the last level, essentially. The light cav one is right there, so it's pretty far, guys. All right, so what is this about? All right, so we got a secret. I'm not sure how that impacts anything. Like who this character is. Oh, okay, so he works for the guy we're trying to assassinate. Excellent. So let's go ahead and, I guess, force him into the... we don't really need him, but there's no reason not to, just in case. And it looks like he's one of the second best ones over here, so why not? I don't see us using this anywhere else for any other plot, so it seems to make sense for me. Let's go and blackmail him. And 77% chance he'll accept. Alright, so let's go ahead and use that hook immediately to force him into our scheme. Again, not really necessary, but because we're already at 95%, but I don't see us using that ever again at any other point. So let's go with the King's Guard here, because the other one doesn't really benefit us at all. Alright, so working on getting this guy's relations improved. We could also give him a gift. I was a little bit worried about the money here, especially because we're trying to fabricate a claim, which will have a cost to it. So this event, I don't know if this is one we've had before. Yeah, this is one we had, okay. So yeah, we'll just do this one, I suppose, since it's the best one. And I don't think we're really, based on our traits, forced to go with any other one. So might as well get that one, which is a benefit strictly because we're very good at martial. And looks like there's a war going on. Oh, okay, so this vassal here, which we haven't had much involvement with, this duchy here, he has declared war on the Empress. What is it over? It's a liberty war. Okay, so if he is able to enforce his demands, he will further reduce the crown authority here. Okay. See if there's anything else that need to be worried about here. No, not really. So yeah, we don't want that to be successful, but it's not a major conflict, and I think she outnumbers him. Oh no, she doesn't. Oh, there must have been a lot of people in this faction. So they might actually be able to force this then. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And she'll owe them all a favor as well. Which I don't know exactly what they'll do with that favor, but they force their way onto the council or something. Let's see what alliances we have here. Oh yeah, let's ally with our son. That makes sense. Let's go and ally with him, and most importantly, that'll kind of help stop people from potentially declaring war on him if they know that we're his ally. Although they would have to fight the Empress anyway. One other thing I didn't even address. I knew I was forgetting something because there's so much stuff that we needed to do here. Is the fact that if our wife dies before us, which is a real possibility. I mean, we're older than her, but I think her health is very poor right now because she's beaten herself. So, yeah, I think that she could end up dying before us, in which case this title, it would be lost because he would inherit a duchy over here from his mom, and thus he would then become part of the Holy Roman Empire. Now, as soon as he inherited our title when we died, he'd become a king again, and then thus he would be brought back into our empire. But yeah, it's a problem, guys. It's certainly a problem. Though I'm not sure exactly how to deal with that because we can't really make him a duke. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have any duchy titles to give him. I mean, could make him the duke here, I suppose. I guess there's that tactic, though he'd be very upset that we didn't give him any of these titles here. We can't give him the duchy here. That is not an option at all. We do have another county to grant, but that's not going to help the situation. So yeah, we just have the 2 duchy titles. Again, we could grant it to him, but I think he would, at the very least, he'd be very irritated. Let me just see here. Oh, okay. He's already considering that alliance proposal, so I have to wait for that. The other concern, though, that I have is right here in this territory where our other son is set to inherit our eldest son. So he doesn't have any titles right now. So again, if the mom dies first, then he moves over here. He moves into the HRE. And I'm not entirely sure what would happen in that case. Yeah, I really don't know if he would not inherit the titles, or if he would inherit them and then they would go into the HRE, because he's going to get a duchy here, I think. Again, she has 2 duchy titles, and so those go to the first and second son. So I'm not sure what happens there. Yeah, I don't know if he brings those titles with him or what the deal is, but what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and just give him his titles now. I know this is going to make us a lot weaker, but we're also not really doing any wars right now, so... Now, we might do a war here, and we'll actually discuss that here in a minute, and this is going to impact us negatively in that case. So we won't give him both titles just yet, just one of them to make him a duke. So we'll want to do that one there, because I think that's, let me just double check on that. But I think that's the least profitable one that we currently have. So yeah, we're getting, well, we're at war, so it's not showing it here. But yeah, we're getting 6.17 on the tax. Well, looks like we get a lot more taxes from that province. Okay, that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, we actually have much higher. Okay, so that's the better one. So in that case, we'll give them this one. Yeah, that works out. And we don't have the duchy building here yet, so we weren't even, we won't, it's not like we're going to lose that bonus because we give the duchy title out. So let's go ahead and give this to him, just trying to fix this issue. I don't know if there's anything we can do with our eldest son, though. Yeah, because they don't have a duchy title to give him unless we gave him that one. And I suppose we could, but you'd have to give him one county with it, and then we're drastically reducing our own power and ability to do anything, especially, you know, that we're granting this one as well. So let's go to grant the duchy here. And you know what, we could also, oh wait, this is not right. It's supposed to be this one here. So this one right here, with the entire duchy title. I'm going to try and keep this one, and 2 vassals will be transferred, of course. So we will kind of be a little bit upset, but I think the 100 opinion will fix that. He'll be a little bit upset that we have one of his titles, but that's okay. So we granted that to him to hopefully avoid that issue. A faction also disbanded, Liberty faction here. So now he is a duke, although technically he's still a prince as well. So yeah, with this title, there, I don't really know what to do with him just yet. Again, could give him this, yeah, and it'd be really bad too because I wanted to use this to launch this invasion here. Yeah, we could go ahead and give him the duchy title here. And I guess we wouldn't have to give him the counties. Yeah, I suppose that works. Yeah, we'll do that then. So we'll just grant him the duchy without the counties. Again, he'll be upset, but it's fine. He loves us anyways. So yeah, very upset about the fact that we have all those counties. Yet, look at that, 100 opinion reduction, and yet we still have 100 opinion with them. So very nice. So we're getting out those duchy titles, guys. Overall have weakened ourselves a little bit, but not much. 1,000 less men here. That's not too bad, guys. We'll see if there's anything else we need to be aware of here. Oh, because we don't have the duchy title, we did disable that building, though. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but it doesn't matter anyway. Again, I feel like it was necessary. Now, I don't know how much this wouldn't have created that big a problem, because eventually he would come back into the empire. The only problem I could see is that we wouldn't be able to use his county here to invade. We'd have to go across the sea here, if we even do that in our lifetime, which I don't know if we will or not. Kind of depends on if we are able to fabricate that claim. And got some bandits running wild. And we were not able to sway the king. All right, very unfortunate. Maybe instead, let's just go ahead and give him a gift so we can get this done. I was trying to avoid that to save the money. But, you know, if that's what we got to do, let's go and stop swaying here. Also, looks like we're just about done with the assassination scheme. So let's just go ahead and arrange this marriage for his second son. It's going to be... Oh, hold up. I'm trying to send a gift. We want to arrange a marriage for his second son with our youngest granddaughter. Matrilineal marriage. Send off that proposal. All right, excellent. So now we have matrilineal marriage here in Syria and a matrilineal marriage soon in Jerusalem. Of course, those are with second sons, so we still have to assassinate the eldest ones. We got to do that in both those locations. I didn't realize we have that empty council position, so we'll have to fix that. And we did finish fabricating this claim. Fantastic. All right, so do we want to go ahead and start fabricating the next one? Why not? We'll do it over here. I think that's the duchy capital. So let's go ahead and fill this council position, which is the chancellor. So who is our best position here? It looks like our brother would be the best. I thought he was already. Maybe he got arrested or something. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, he's still clearly the best option, though he would also... Oh, okay, he's over here as the marshal. I see. Okay, I don't actually know who was here then. Yeah, I think it was one of our vassals that we just gave to. That's what I'm assuming here. This guy. Yeah, no, it wasn't him. This guy right here. That's the count that we gave away, and thus he was no longer our chancellor. Okay, so I just was wondering what was going on there. So let me just see. I feel like we really don't have any good options here. And already in positions. This is 1717, so if we have a decent marshal, yeah, like our son here, I think we should probably make him our marshal instead. We could also change our steward out over to our son, and that would help him on his lifestyle. So you know what? I think that's what we're gonna do now that he's actually a powerful vassal. Before he wasn't, so that's why I was kind of against doing it. But yeah, much higher stewardship here. Of course, that will piss off the Duke. Is there anything we can change him over to? Not really. All right, so that's a shame. All right, well, it is what it is, man. So let's go and you can't keep everybody happy. There's always going to be one that's going to be irritated at you. How powerful is this guy? Just out of curiosity, he's got 3,300 men. It's no small number. But yeah, let's go ahead and change him out for our son and heir. That'll kind of help him getting that, getting his lifestyle done. And then we want to go ahead and switch over the Prince Dorotheos over to here, so that we'll open up the marshal position to then give to our other son. All right, excellent. So let me just see what they're all doing. He's still increasing control over here, and he'll do it the same level because he's got the same martial stat. So I think he had the same martial stat as the prince did. I think it was 17. Yes. All right, so no change there. Domestic affairs is going fine. Got the collecting taxes. I suppose we don't necessarily need to do that. We could go ahead and start increasing development. But you know what, guys? We're going to keep the taxes increasing because we're not actually doing very good on money right now. Yeah, so everybody's good to go. Just wanted to confirm that. Make sure there's nothing we need to be worried about there. A meal to die for. My agents have prepared for weeks. The cook has been bribed to look the other way. The poison has been acquired, and the duck was gifted. So we've read this one. We actually just did this one. So 95% chance of success. Hopefully it works. And it worked. Poison did its job, so what we're going to want to do now is pause it so that we can immediately arrange that marriage for our heir's heir. So we need to find something. I haven't actually looked at any potential marriages here yet. And as you can see, we can only do the marriages. That's interesting. We could do it with our grandson and grandson. Probably a very high risk of them being inbred here. He would not be willing to accept anyways. Let me just see what other possibilities are here. This is just the options we have. I assume that if we found another marriage, then we'd probably be able to... maybe not, though. Yeah, I think so. So let's go ahead and find a marriage for her, which, remember, she will be the empress, so it needs to be a good marriage, either for titles, potential alliance would work as well, or with a foreign country, again, for an alliance, or maybe inheritance. I'm just kind of looking around the world, seeing what the possibilities are here. I don't think there's anything here in Barcelona. He actually has, interesting, but she has a daughter who's already betrothed. Okay, so yeah, even if you removed her, yeah, there's really not much to be done here. All right, I was just kind of curious if we could inherit that instead, but yeah, it'd be too far down the line. I'd prefer to just conquer it. All right, well, let's see what other options are. There's here in Croatia, he's quite young, 7 years younger. So it is an option. All right, excellent. Just wanted to confirm that, but it would have to be a matrilineal marriage, which he would not be willing to do. So I think it's going to have to be with like, let me just take a look and see who's all set to inherit here. Maybe with him. He's a little bit older as well. So yeah, we could do this. This would be accepted. We'd have to murder somebody in order to be able to inherit, but that'd be one way to get Croatia, not just as an alliance, but potentially into our dynasty. So that would be a good marriage, I think. There's also Georgia. Let me take a look, see what they got here. Again, I highly doubt we're going to see this being accepted. Yeah, because it's the eldest son. But we can always go with the second son. Although, oh, he's a giant. All right, we get some giant's blood in this family. No, he would not be willing to accept that. All right, so that's a shame. What about the other son, the third son? He's a lot younger. And they would be willing to accept with a third son. That's a lot of assassination to be done, though, in order for that to work out. So probably not going to do that one, guys. The other option would be to marry here, somewhere in our, somewhere, that we have like a powerful vassal who might want an alliance with. I'm sure they would accept that, even a matrilineal marriage. So that'd be an option. I think there's only a couple places that we haven't already put our dynasty in place, though, which would be here, 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 and here. Those are the 4 main duchies here. So we could arrange the marriage there, although, she's not the empress yet, so we might not accept. Yeah. So, and yeah, he's also frail. So that's not a good option. You know what, guys? There might not be any good options here from what I'm seeing. I mean, he might have a young son here. He doesn't have any titles, so he might be willing to accept a matrilineal marriage. So yeah, we do have an option there. I don't think he's that powerful, though, comparatively to like some of these other. So unless we're gonna marry for a like a trade, I think the Croatia one's the best one, guys. I looked at these ones. There's nothing here. This is a terrible situation. All the potential heirs are bad. So there's this one as well. We did find her and her family. We could marry into that family with the grandson here. So that'd be one option. We don't really know much about him, though. And we know nothing about him. And she's also a lot older than him. She's 10 years older, guys. So she's going to be already 26. So that could be a problem, waiting that long. So I think the better option would be to go here, where I believe she's not quite as old. Plus, I think this is a little bit better option anyways. Although he wasn't willing to accept, I think we looked in here. Yeah, I think it's this character. I'm not entirely sure who this character is. Let me just double check what's going on here. I'm guessing he's yeah, these are probably all their, is this a bastard or something? I'm surprised he's not able to inherit here. Was he a bastard? Not seeing anything here about that. I'm kind of confused why, interesting. I'm not entirely sure who is set to inherit here, frankly. So you got the boys there. Huh. So who is this character? Okay, he's not related to any of them. I'm not entirely sure why this character of all characters is set to inherit. They're in the same dynasty. But yeah, I don't know who he's related to. Is it this? No, it's not this guy. They have similar names. His father. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure who this character is, guys. I'm trying to find him. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. All right, so yeah, I don't know why, who he is or why he's set to inherit above anybody else. It's actually quite strange. Oh, okay, I see. I get it. So it's his great-grandson. That's how far down we have to go to find him. All right, so the great-grandson there is set to inherit. And then I'm assuming that this is, yep, there you go. So that's the reason why. So we can arrange the marriage for him next, and I think that's what we'll do. And this should be our priority, is trying to assassinate the other kid here. So let's go and do the marriage. Remember, he will accept the matrilineal marriage here. As far as his traits, he's arrogant. That's all we really know about him right now. He's bossy. That's his childhood trait. And he's working on the stewardship, so that would actually gel well with our diplomacy, since we probably won't have a high stewardship rating. She's poor right now. That might get a little bit higher. So let's go and send a proposal off. He's gonna need a lot of prestige. Unfortunately, our daughter will lose, or our granddaughter will lose prestige. It's not exactly the best marriage for an empress, but it'll pay off in the end if we can get some assassinations going. There's a lot that's got to happen for all these to play out, so I don't know how well any of these will work. Right now, we're sitting here with 3 potential assassinations being needed. So let's go and start with this boy here, since I think this is the most important situation here, since it is our future character. So let's go ahead and take a look, see if we have anybody here. We do not. Yeah, we also don't have any secrets either, which is not surprising. There wouldn't be any reason for us to have any secrets here. So let me just see. So the spy master is intimidated. So there's not going to be any accepting here, guys. Let's take a look here. I mean, all these are pretty low. Yeah, this is a matter of us not having the bribe. So if we can get some money there, how much does he want? He wants 169. All right, so this is going to be a little while. All right, so this is how we're looking on the success chance. Not great, guys. Need to get that up some. And our counselor has died of natural causes. That's the Duke and her cousin. So let's go ahead and replace the spy master now. And it looks like we don't really have any good choices among our powerful vassals if we wanted to keep these guys appeased. Let me just see who else is available here that we currently have. It seems like a level 13 here. He's just good at everything, our brother. But he's not going to live that long. But we could do that and then change out, bring this Duke in instead. But it's a spy master and we need a really good spy master, so let's instead put our knight in place. I think that'd be the better option. I mean, he's not great, but he's better than our brother would be. And it might be a little bit dangerous, despite how much he likes us, putting our brother in charge here of being our spy master. Faction was created against us. Okay. So, yeah, he's not happy about not being on the court. Or on a council, excuse me. Alright, well, that's too bad for him. He is one of our more powerful vassals, though he's not marked as being one of the powerful nobles. Probably because he just came of age. So I think it needs to update itself, is what I'm assuming. And... ooh, what happened here? Oh, okay, that was that situation up there, which we do not care about. Yeah, we don't care about this at all, though. I'm wondering if it will result in him losing his titles. Yeah, he did. All right, well, our dynasty got up there on their own. I didn't really do that, and I didn't really care about it. And frankly, I knew that it was always going to be an issue. Look at how big the HRE has become. They've conquered large parts of France now. They are very powerful. Of course, they have Hungary. They're into Italy, and they're even down here into North Africa. Wow. All right, so... quite concerning, guys. We did finish construction in one of our provinces. That's the one up here. Right there. So could continue building there, but you know, we need our money for other things. So let's go ahead and see if we can't invite somebody. I think we're just short of the 168 that we needed there. And our capital's under siege by this character here. I'm surprised he's able to advance. Oh, he's attacking there. Okay, I got it. Alright, so we could go ahead and raise our army up real quick to attack this guy. And I guess we will. I don't really like having to raise it up, but I also don't want this guy here. So let's go ahead and raise up the army. And that's not the way I wanted to do that, but whatever. Alright, so let's just go ahead and stop some of these guys from gathering. And then just get rid of them so we don't have to pay for them, though we won't be able to disband them while they're next to enemy troops right now. So let's see which one we want to use. Looks like most of the men-at-arms are here, so that's the one we'll use. Don't need any more troops here, so let's just go and attack. And then these guys can go over this way so we can disband them as well. They're actually losing money right now. Alright, so she took our marshal position. That's unfortunate. But he's trying to get out of the way, but it ain't going to happen, so we'll be able to get him destroyed. Let's go ahead and... oh, we're still not far enough away. The battle will be done before. I'm just going to dismiss that. And then we'll just have to disband the entire army here. There we go. Beautiful. So just quick little battle there. Make sure he's not taking any of our counties. So we finished up the meadows here, but again, can't really build anything right now because we've got to save this money up. So she did invite us back onto the council, this time as Chancellor. Alright, not as helpful, but we'll take it. And I'd prefer to stay as the Marshal, of course, but clearly she had somebody better in mind for that position. So we do have the money now, which we desperately need to get this done before we get caught. So this guy's willing to join, and that's not going to increase it anywhere near enough, guys. So we're going to have to bribe somebody else. And frankly, there's not a lot of options here, guys. Yeah, there's really not. I don't think anybody is going to be willing to join, except for this guy here. Let's take a look how much he needs. He needs 100 gold. It's going to take several months, but we can get that done in time. But yeah, overall, not sure how this is going to go. She did lose that war, which forced her to reduce the crown authority. Okay. But shouldn't have any other effect besides, of course, all those characters getting favors on her. And our wife did die before us. All right, I thought that might be the case because of her having these all these traits that were impacting her health, you know, beating herself and being a drunkard. So yeah, she did die, so it's very good that we did this, because again, I don't know what the situation would have been here. I have no idea what would have happened here, guys, with this character. It's right here. You know, with our eldest son. I really don't know what would have happened here. Huh. Why is he not our steward? I thought we made him our steward. Maybe we didn't. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I think that was one of our other sons. But yeah, he's pretty good. I think he's better than the current one. So we're going to gain stress from this because, unfortunately, our wife died and we were married for a long time. She's been our wife for quite some time, guys. So I'm sure our character would actually probably be a lot more stressed out about that than he is here. So that did result in our sons inheriting further titles as well. So let's just take a look and see what happened here. Now, they all did have their own titles. And I think they all had duchies as well. So yeah, that didn't, I'm not entirely sure who inherited all this. I assume like grandkids did, because clearly the emperor's crown authority was so high. Yeah, that's unfortunate, guys. That's going to cause some problems. That's just, yeah, it seems like it's not going to, but that's because I want to say, let me just see here. So yeah, he didn't get it, obviously. Who got the title? So he did. All right, so we just arranged that marriage here for him, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure. All right, we didn't arrange that marriage. I'm gonna take that back. So yeah, he got all this. So he also took that with him in Bulgaria. That's what I was afraid of, man. All right, so very unfortunate. The whole situation here, as soon as the Hungarians got conquered by the HRE, I knew this was going to be an issue. So yeah, we did lose this one, and I assume we're going to lose more, right? Oh, no. No, I don't think he's set to inherit anything else. Let me just double check on this. I'm trying to find the kid who actually has it. Yeah, he's actually set to inherit the Duchy of Thessaly from his father. Okay, why him instead of his brother? Yeah, so we're set to lose all of this land, guys. Wow, that's quite unfortunate. Now, we could go ahead and like kick him out of the family. You know, disinherit him to stop this madness. How likely is his father to have more kids? Not likely at all. Yeah, I feel like we might have to do this, which is quite unfortunate. I don't want to do it. But again, we're about to lose all this territory here, guys. This entire duchy we'll be losing. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, that's strange. Oh, because he hasn't inherited anything from his father yet. But neither has he. Yeah, I don't know why. The only thing I can assume is that he picked him as his favored vassal. He might change that. Let's give it a second. Let's give it a little bit of time and see if he changes his primary heir at all. But yeah, very, very unfortunate, guys, because of the low crown authority in the empire. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. So the comfort of a friend. So we, our sister here, helped reduce our stress. Right, excellent. So yeah, we'll follow this and see if anything changes here. It doesn't look like it, guys. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to change here. Yeah, we might have to disinherit him. I don't know what else to do here, guys. Speaking of renown, though, I think we could. I guess we could only get one of the 1,000 ones. Maybe we'll save that. Maybe our son will pick something. I feel like we need to keep going down the routes our character is already going down. So we'll just save on, hold on to those, save them. We are not married. Could arrange a quick marriage. But man, I wonder how much longer we're going to last. I don't expect too long. So we won't do that. I don't think our character, I feel like he's devastated from his wife dying, his wife of so many years. And so I don't think he wants to arrange another marriage. Word of advice. This is not the first time I heard talk of what a great servant Marcos is, and now the Prince Dorotheos has sent him to my court. He presents himself as a token of the friendship between him and me. So we can say, welcome to my service, Marcos. Let's see what he's good at here. He'll probably end up being a knight for us. He's very good at learning. His diplomacy is good too. Okay, yeah, we'll take him, I suppose. He could be a knight. He's better than some of our other knights. He's not great at that task, of course. Let's go and take a look and see if we can't get this character invited here. We have a couple here. I thought we could do... I was thinking there was a guy here. Oh, he's not willing to accept it. I just assumed he would. Alright, so with that in mind, we can do our niece. She'd be willing to accept. This is not going to tick it up by much, though, guys. And we're still pretty low. At least we're above 50%, but yeah, not quite as high as I'd like that to be. But yeah, that's our current success chance. The secrecy is at least a little bit higher. But yeah, we're going to need to get somebody else in this, like one more agent. I really hope this doesn't fail. How much would this bribe be? 58? Let's go and do her. And we'll probably still have to do another one, actually. Sword of Reason. I took over the battle plans laid out in front of me and take one of the wooden soldiers in hand. As a child, I played with them in my chambers, and now I use them. Now I use those same toys for warfare. King Michael, my marshal, enters the tent. The commanders would like to speak with you. How would you like to be introduced? My marshal is right in his implication that men ought to know they fight under someone larger than life. So we can say, I'd like them to know me from my strategic mind, in which case we'll become, or we'd get our first nickname, I think, for any of our characters. And then we'd be known as the tactician. We can instead say, they shall know me by my resolve, in which case we'll become the guardian. We can say, valiance and courage led me here. We'll be the valiant. Or we can say, please call me Michael. And then we'll just get the prestige. Well, I definitely think we'd want a title here, a nickname. So let's go ahead and go with, let's try and see what the best one, which is the most fitting for us. You know, we did lead our troops throughout several wars. So tactician would work. We do have very much have a strategic mind, so that works as well. The Guardian, though, kind of seems more fitting, because how many wars did this character fight? I would argue most of the wars that we fought were to protect somebody else's title. So I think that's probably the most fitting. So we're going to do that one. Yeah, I like the Guardian for this character. So there we go. We're King Michael II, the Guardian of Greece. All right, so she joined our scheme. Gets us up to 77%. Most importantly, the secrecy is pretty high. Still not high enough, though. We're going to need another agent, guys. So we'll just keep our eye on this. Get somebody else hired. We did get a martial perk, so let's go with the loyalty and respect. That doesn't really help us unless we had a wife. I'm just curious how long we're going to live. We got that Blade Master, so that's helping. But it only counters penalties, so I think within another year or two. Very, very soon, guys. And still trying to get that claim. I'd love to get this war started before, so we'll see if we get that done or not. So we can try and kill him now. 77% chance of success. It's not a good chance. 8% chance that the scheme is discovered. Let's just do it. Let's just risk it. I know it's a risky one to take this chance with, but 77% chance is not bad, guys. So let's try it out. Probably gonna fail. Oh, nope, it worked. All right, excellent. So all the bakers in the area were questioned, but no trace of foul play could be found. So we did get him a bit of stress for this, probably because he's a child. And so with that, we should now have our granddaughter's betrothed set to inherit. Unfortunately, he did get the Craven trait. That's kind of a bummer. But yeah, he's a Craven. I guess that means he's less likely to die in battle. As far as when they get married, we gotta wait for him to come of age, because she is a little bit older than him. But yeah, hopefully that should result in us getting Croatia for the Empire, if it all works out all right. Now we've done that assassination, let's go and work on the next one, which again is going to have to be whoever's eldest here, the oldest one. He's 15. Well, he is 13. Okay. So I guess we would want to do the 15-year-old then. Remember, this is our, I want to say this is our third son? Yeah, this is our youngest son. And what's interesting here is that he is set to inherit all these duchies. Yeah, he's set to inherit like a bunch of duchies right now. I wonder why that is. And he's set to inherit, like, I'm not entirely sure where all these duchies are. I mean, I think this is one here. Oh, okay, that's why. Because their granddaughters have already taken titles. I see what happened here. So the granddaughter has already taken titles because his wife died. Got it. So that marriage has worked out for us, and now our granddaughters have these titles. Okay, lovely. But let's go ahead and get this done, guys. So we want to assassinate this character before he comes of age. I don't think we'll do it before he comes of age, or his wife, so hopefully they don't have any kids. We're at a 44% chance of success here, so not great. But an agent immediately joined, though maybe it already included that. So now we need to get somebody else in this. We might be able to get this character. It's hard to say. We can wait to get 102 gold and see if he'll accept. Probably not. I think we're just short of it. We did finish up those wooden barracks, but of course we can't build anything right now, unfortunately. Just too much to be done. Oh, damn it. Alright. Well, we gotta do it. So I want to go ahead and start this war immediately, and I've been saying this whole episode that we're going to talk about who we're going to be fighting, which is Barcelona here. So he has territory here in Iberia, and he also controls much of southern Italy. He has 6,100 troops, so we do have more men than him. He does not have an alliance. We could, of course, with all that money, hire some mercenaries. That's a possibility. But it should be a little bit more of a challenging fight than we've seen against some of these countries, but it shouldn't be too bad, guys. So we're going to want to go and declare war immediately against him, though maybe we need to... I'm just worried about us dying before we're able to make use of that. But at the same time, money is a problem. So, we have to wait a little bit. I just hope we don't die before we're able to do it. We spent all that money to get those claims. So much to be done, guys. So much to be done. And this here, too, as well. This is, we need that money. I wonder if there's anything we can do for money. I'm really hoping that... No, we cannot request money. Right now, we just don't have enough piety. So that's unfortunate. And we don't really have any other methods either for arranging marriages. Or, excuse me, for getting money. Our son did arrange a marriage for himself. And she is not set to inherit anything. She might have brought an alliance to him, though. Nope, didn't bring an alliance either. So just a bad marriage. Yeah, I suppose I should have arranged that marriage for him. I don't know if I would have been able to, though. Maybe. Yeah, that's irrelevant. Although I do want to check to see how old she is. She's 16. She's young. She doesn't have any titles for him to inherit, but whatever. That's fine. Yeah, I should have done that. I should have arranged that marriage. That was my bad. All right, well, it's... too late now, obviously. Alright, so we're almost to 102 gold. And we probably want to have some money before we declare war here, guys. But I want to do this. It looks like she is not willing to accept. That's a shame. I didn't think so. I didn't think we were high enough there. But he is willing to accept for 50 gold. So we don't even have to use all of our money. But that is not going to increase it by enough. No matter where I go, I cannot escape the disapproving gaze of noble and commoner alike. Despite my best intentions, it seems the name I've chosen for myself was met with more contempt than I anticipated. I retreat to my chambers and ponder what I should do. Oh, they didn't like the Guardian title. I thought it was very fitting. He said they may not respect me, but they will obey me. And this would result in us losing prestige, gaining stress. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, so that will reduce opinion with vassals and our liege. Or we say they were right, what are they thinking, and then we lose the nickname, we lose stress. I don't know. I feel like personality-wise, neither one of these would force us to go that route. I really like the nickname, but you know, if everybody else disagrees, then yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Yeah, I just don't see us doing this one. Like if everybody's making fun of us. The disapproving gaze of, you know, noble and commoner alike. Yeah, I guess we'll go with this one. It's a bummer. I thought it was a good nickname. Whatever. People are so judgy. So let's go and see if we can't... we're still waiting for this acceptance. But let's see if we can't get somebody else to join. Because again, I'm not liking the percentage there, guys. So let's spend the 56 gold here to get another agent. And that gets us up to 87% chance. So I think we're going to leave it at that. And we might have another chance here to increase it further. So we can say a local bird trainer could deliver it as a gift. We've seen this event, so I'm not going to read through the whole thing. And remember, this does increase the scheme success chance, which is would put us at 95%. We already have 95% secrecy, so if I send the gift myself, he couldn't refuse, but then we become involved, and that decreases the secrecy. Is this worth it for 90 gold? I feel like there's cheaper ways, especially with only a 70% chance of success. I think an agent would be cheaper. So we're just going to say it's too risky. I don't think that's the best option. It does like she is set to win this conflict here, as we expected her to. And she'll get those 3 counties for the Empire. So that'll be good. So So now we just need to get some money to declare war, guys. Just a little bit. Maybe 100 gold. Just to make sure we don't go too far in debt. Remember, we are, playing against our own death right now, so... which is inevitable. It's going to happen soon. I would like to get another agent for this, but yeah, I just don't feel like we can wait that long. I think we're going to die very soon. Lots of cadet branches being created by all of our grandchildren. So we won't have as many members in our house. 1 more month. I'll wait 1 more month and then we'll declare war, guys. And hopefully this is able to succeed on its own. Though I will surely see many battlefields before I meet my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I recently acquired a tome on the Great Siege of Constantinople, as well as a time-worn scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds? We should have been getting a lot of these events from our lifestyle lately, haven't we? Here at the end of our life. God, we're so old, we're like decrepit. Jeez. So we can say read the newer tome. That would actually result in stress because we're diligent. I guess it's because it's taking the easy way out. Yeah, I think that's what the reason for that is. Luckily, we can succeed in the learning challenge. 85% chance. We get 100 martial lifestyle experience points. We'll also get 1+ martial, 1+ learning, and a commander bonus for 20 years. Yeah, let's do that one. 85% chance of success. We'll see if that ends up working out for us. So we're just waiting for the end of this month here, which just happened. And we also got the results of the event. Even with the help of a dusty glossary, the scroll is reluctant to share its secrets, but I press on. As the night progresses, the most incredible story unfolds before me. In the Battle of Red Cliffs, the warlord... I think it's Cow, right? I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. I think it's Cow. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. He's obviously a Chinese commander, or Chinese general, chained his ships from stem to stern to combat seasickness. As commander of the opposing... I think that's, I'm going to say Sun Lu, forces. I'm terrible with Chinese names, by the way, if you didn't know. Hoang Gao, that's how we're going to pronounce it. Again, correct me on any of this. I would love to know the correct pronunciation. Saw his chance and sent a feigned letter of surrender. Then he prepared a squadron of ships, filling them with kindling and oils, and let the wind carry them towards Cao. As the crewless ships approached the enemy fleet, they were set ablaze, resulting in the fiery death of countless men. I also said that I'm terrible at pronouncing Chinese, as if I'm good at pronouncing any language. I'm terrible in my own language. So we could say study the battle. You gain study the battle of Red Cliffs, and that gives us very nice bonuses. Martial learning, maximum battle roll increase, and we can cross water without the penalties. Or we say focus on the translation process, in which case we'll gain the learning. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can do this one, though. I don't know if we're our best commander. I think we are still the best commander. And we could use that if we were to lead our men, though. I don't know how accurate it would be leading our men right now. But yeah, we already have decent learning. Yeah, let's do this. We'll study the battle. And so that gives us that benefit right in time for this conflict that we're about to do. This is increasing very, very slowly, man. Is there like some kind of penalty here? Yeah, I'm surprised that it's increasing so damn slowly. I thought we had... Yeah, we do have our marshal there. It's just not happening very, very rapidly. Yeah, it's going to be 3 years. Jeez. All right. Well, whatever. Let's go and declare war here on the Duke of Barcelona. And we'll be doing it for our claims. Seems he also has a claim there. But yeah, we're going to do it for our own claim. And he has the 6,000 men, so we'll outnumber him. And it's going to be 125 prestige. So let's go and declare war. We're going to want to raise our troops up on our son's lands. That's key towards getting this. And let's go and raise those armies up. And I keep forgetting to hit that damn button so we can raise them all at the same location, but it is what it is, man. So it's going to be a lot of days to get these guys raised up. We'll put them all in this location here. And we did discover guilds. All right, awesome. So that one gives us 1+ domain limit. So we could technically take both of these and then roll them ourselves for whatever life we have left. I do expect our son to finish this war. I don't think we'll live through it, though. We're already 71. I said 1 or 2 more years when we hit 70, so we'll see if I was right or not. Looks like the Empress finished her war as well, so we'll take a look at that right now. And, oh, she conquered all of it. Okay, I was thinking she was only going to get those 3 counties. But yeah, she got it all. Interesting. So yeah, finished up that situation. Excellent. That's very, very nice. All right, so man, this here is bugging the hell out of me. This little patch of territory, we are definitely gonna have to deal with that. And let me just see if he's still the heir for our son here. Hold up. We are now the heir of our son because, okay, I'm guessing, yeah, he wasn't able to give any of these to his son. Yeah, probably because of our crown authority. All right, so he is not set to inherit. His sons are not set to inherit. Okay, so that's good. I think what happened here is, this territory here is under the Kingdom of Greece. So therefore, it's using our crown authority, which means this territory isn't going to be inherited outside our realm. However, this territory here was not under our kingdom. That was under the Byzantine Empire, which has a very low crown authority, and thus that's the reason why it went into the HRE. So basically, none of his sons are going to inherit because one is in the HRE and the other one is outside the Kingdom of Greece. So we don't have that issue. All right, so that's good. Overall, I feel like that's a good development. We are set to inherit. Is his brother the second one? I'll click through that too quickly. Yes. All right. So if he doesn't have any more sons, then our future character would inherit these titles back, which is actually a good thing. I'm happy with that. All right. Is there anything else we need to be aware of with our children here? We're set to inherit all this too because of the same situation. Interesting. That's where that high crown authority can really help you out. All right. So let's go ahead and get these guys joined in here, and I'm going to merge them together, and we'll get these armies set up. So he has 6,000 men. Let's just make sure that hasn't changed. It has. He hired some mercenaries, as I expected he would with all that money he had. So now we're looking at almost 8,000 men. So we're probably going to want to keep... I don't know where he raised them up. I assume he raised them up here, and he's probably going to go to sea and then try and take our capital. That's typically what they do. So we really need to go in here and try and get these locations taken. It's a bummer we can't see where his armies are. So I'm probably not going to do much here, guys, because we need all of our troops together. So we're just going to do the basic amounts, like 1,000. Yeah, just 1,000, and we'll have to protect them ourselves to make sure that they're not attacked and quickly destroyed. So yeah, just like 1,000 levies here, I think is plenty enough. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are in fact in charge, because I know we're super old. Probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, honestly, us being in charge. But yeah, we are far superior. Plus, we just get that modifier, and I don't know. This is still his goal. If you guys recall, I had said with our previous character that this would be, his son, which is our current character now. His goals would be expanding in Italy, and then we never did that. So here it's at the end of the life. Maybe he's just trying to finally do what his goals were, even if it is at the back end. Just looking to see if we have anybody who's good at sieges. We have the Duke here. And removing him would be helpful, since he doesn't have a position on the council, so he doesn't like us. All right, so let's go and split off one more army, guys. And we'll do 1,000 men here as well. So that way we'll outnumber the enemy's army. So we want to put that, if we have anybody else, we're going to put that guy in charge. Yeah, there's nobody else here, so we'll just put the second best commander here. This guy is one of our knights. Maybe we don't want to put our best knight, since he's not going to be able to do very well any damn way, but I guess there's no other choice here, so we'll put him there. Alright, so let's go and get these guys moving. We're going to want him going to the larger fortification. Looks like they're the same size, but the duchy there is probably more important, so we'll have him go there. And the other army, although, you know what? Yeah, we can't do that, can we? Without taking some attrition. I'm willing to take 100 casualties, but let's make sure we stay at 1,000. So what we're going to want to do is deselect this guy here, and then with these two, reorganize them and just give them like 100 men to phase. Oops. Yeah, that works. To phase that the attrition they're going to take. So we're going to take these guys, get them going over here. And then this army here is going to come right there. And this army here doesn't look like they can go anywhere safely without taking some attrition. Yeah, there's really nowhere they can go. There's too large of an army here, but that's okay. Though they don't have very many supplies. Alright, so we're going to attack that guy with this army here. I don't know who this guy is, though. Yeah, who is this guy? Is he, like, rebelling against... Yeah, it seems like he might be... I'm not entirely sure what he's doing, actually. I think he's fighting this guy here. Huh. Alright, well, we're already locked to go in there. I think I might try and avoid fighting him. I don't see any reason to fight him. I wish I knew where his troops were. Yeah, if he attacks us, then we'll, Oh, and we died. Alright, so... King Michael II of Greece has found peace in Christ's embrace at 71 years of age. So I was right that it was going to only last another year or two. He died of old age, though I should say he did live a lot longer than I expected. A charming man, he became famous for his elaborate feast and grandiose balls. Emperor Komitas ascends to the throne, being both thrifty and frugal. The realm will surely prosper under his rule. Excuse me. So this is good that we got this war started here, and we ruled for 21 years, so not as long as some of our other characters, though longer than I expected with how old he was when he came to the throne. He was illustrious, faithful. Of course, he had the martial lifestyle, and he got 2 of the finisher perks. He fought in 8 total wars, 3 offensive, 5 defensive. Not as many wars as some of our previous characters, and a lot of those were protecting other people's throne. Now our son becomes a new ruler. He's fought in 1 offensive war. Let's take a look at his titles that he got. You see that there. And I don't think we lost much besides that 1 county. Seems we did not lose that county. Interesting. So yeah, we could go and grant that to our brother to keep him happy. But yeah, this is our current line, guys, right now. All the characters we have played. Yeah, I guess he ruled a similar period as many of our other rulers. Because he lived so long. I guess all of our characters have lived pretty long. At least into their 60s. And then we've had 2 characters live into the 70s. He lived almost as long as our previous character here. But yeah, the longest reigning, 47 years here, was Duke Michael II, which, of course, he was the content character that we got stuck with forever. Good God, he got stuck with him for so long. I think that was the content character. And then we had Michael I, the first king here, 22 years. He ruled for quite a while as well, 35 years. But yeah, I guess that's technically is the least, the shortest reigning character. So I guess there is that, but really not that much different than some of the other characters. So yeah, let's go and take over as our son. And of course we'll be joining that conflict. When I have that patriarch we got to deal with. And the dynasty head has now changed over to our brother, but I think that's only temporary. Yeah, that should only be temporary. Should go back to us very soon. So we'll have to do all this stuff next episode, guys. We'll have to pick a lifestyle. We'll be continuing this war, of course. We'll have to set up our whole council, probably improve relations here. We never did finish this assassination mission after we spent all that money. So that's quite unfortunate. We're probably going to have to do this again. We do have a higher chance of being successful here. We'll look at our own character real quick here. But yeah, we got a pretty good chance here. And it looks like we get to keep the agents. Okay. Or at least a agent, one of the agents that we had. Yeah, we only kept one of them. We can't get the rest involved here, throwing some money at them. But I want to go and make sure we do that so I don't forget about it. Since it is kind of time sensitive, man. Because he is now of age. Well, so is his betrothed. They're just not married yet. So we'll have to get some agents involved on that. We'll do that next episode as well. And this is, of course, our character. Content, diligent, patient. Oh, he's content. Okay, that's interesting. He's diligent and he's patient. So essentially almost the same character as his father, with the exception of being content instead of generous. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to play with the content right now. Because I'm going to be honest, guys, if we played as we did with our previous content character, we didn't do anything, then we wouldn't be able to complete our goals for the end of the series, because I don't know how much longer the series is going to go, but I am about to start another series soon with the Imperator Rome, the new expansion and patch for that. And maybe I'll talk about that once I get that video out next week, once the embargo lifts on it. So I'm going to be starting that series, and thus I don't know how much longer this one will continue. Obviously, we need to complete our goals. I wouldn't count this as being emperor exactly. I think we need to at least get to be Valeria. So I'd like to do that. And, you know, by the time we get to that point, I think we would have conquered all this, but not if we're playing as a content character and not doing anything. I think our rule before was like every 5 years is when we were able to declare war. But yeah, I don't know if we want to do that same thing, because obviously we're only getting 2 territories here. So if we wanted to get all of southern Italy here, at least all the territories here, that'd be at least another conflict. And it looks like France is now here. Yeah, look at this. Maybe you should focus on expanding, you know, get your own territory back. And then, of course, England is still under, well, it's under the Norwegians. So it's under the Scandinavians still. Interesting. A lot of developments in the world. We haven't really paid much attention to that over this campaign. You see the Mongols here expanding. Yeah, they got quite a mighty empire right now. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end the episode here. We'll pick up next episode with all this stuff that we can do. Of course, we can ask our head of fate for gold. That'd be helpful. Get a bit of money to, you know, do a few different things, especially with these agents. Try and get these assassinations done. You know, pick the lifestyle, handle the council, all that good stuff. Lots of things to deal with here for this character. He's also he's got the same trait as his father here, but I don't think we'll want him commanding because he's quite garbage. So we'll need a new commander here. I'm going to do this now because I'll forget otherwise. Probably want to put our brother in charge. I mean, he's reckless, but he's a flexible leader, so that's very helpful in any defensive conflicts. Yeah, I assume he's probably the best. He seems like the best. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, we had the Baron here. We want to change him out. I know I said I wasn't going to do anything else. Here I am doing other stuff. We'll put our brother in charge here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And then with ourselves, we'll put our best character in charge here. Alright. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode. And thanks for watching.